it's a thriller because it's about crime, and it's psychological because I'm always asking the question, why do people do the things that they do? And even if there is a bad character or a good character, or everyone has the both sides in her or in him. It's psychological because I think it's very important to understand why things happen. And sometimes there are roots in the childhood, or sometimes some persons have complex feelings, or they have psychiatric problems. So I like to write about that. There are some rules. I follow classes in scenario writing. So there are some things that make it, that are technical writing, such as a cliffhanger. You can use them in your books, but not too many. So you have to think about the characters very good. Why do people do the things? You have to be aware that it fits. So there are rules to use in your book. We discuss who is playing in the book, who is having part of the story, what will happen. It's a trilogy, so we think about the characters, the plot lines, and the small plot lines in every book, and also the big line for the 3 books. So we discuss that in advance before we start to write. There's a difference in books that are not serious because the story is told, and you know that as an author. I write this story and it's finished. So when you write a series, more than 1 book, about the same characters, you have to write on a different way. You have to think, for example, your main character cannot die after the first book because you don't make it to the end in your series. So it's a very difficult approach, another approach than a book that is finished as a story on itself. I write now in our trilogy, I write a very strong cliffhanger at the end of every book, because you know, as a writer, it's not finished yet. So the reader is longing for the next book to read how the story will end. So that you know, as a writer, it's not finished for good. So that's important. And when you write 1 book, you can end like you want. So that's a very big difference.